Mark 1:35 through 36. Mark 1:35 and 36. Early in the morning, while it was still dark, he rose up and went out and departed into a deserted place and prayed there. So Jesus, being God, I don't feel he needed to pray. He was God. He knew. We see how he could understand what was on people's minds, which shows he had abilities of God, not limited to man. So did he really need to take time to pray, or did he already know God's will? But one of the things we can say is he set the standard here. He made an example for what the disciples should do. And sometimes we need to get up early to pray, because by doing that, it makes time where we can pray. And Jesus was showing his disciples, you don't have time to pray, get up early. Pray. It's important enough to make the time, is what he's showing his disciples here. It's important enough to get away from the crowds, get away from all this, because it's about your relationship with the Lord. And if you don't have time for you and your relationship with the Lord, what you're doing with the crowds doesn't matter. Because there's a problem. We need to focus on our relationship with Him. And then we will be able to help the crowds. Don't allow us serving others, working with others, fellowshipping others, substitute our time one-on-one with the Lord. Yes, his disciples were there, but he showed them the importance of prayer and the importance of removing from the crowds to pray. Verse 36, and they found him, verse 36, Simon and those who were with him followed after him. Now, it isn't clear whether this is all the disciples. Most likely it is. It may have been just a part of them, but either way, they follow Jesus. They see his example. They follow his example. We see an example of what we're supposed to do in Scripture. There's two things. First, we should live so that the world knows how to be Christian. Secondly, we should read Scripture so we know how to be a Christian. For some, in this world, we may be the closest thing to Christ they ever see before judgment. Let's live the model for Christ the way we should.